I can't hear you, brother.
God damn it, did it again. And I was saying oldie but a goodie. What's going on, my man?
Good, I'm good. What's going on with you?
Not bad. Not as late as last time, so I'm doing better. You know what I'm saying? Oh
Nice,
man.
nice.
What's going? Sure this is all right.
All right, all right. Go
Yeah.
share this with a couple people. Let's see who's on. Who's on?
Okay. All right.
Give a little time in between time. Um, Definitely heard it was a bad day for the Verizon users out there.
No, they took y'all out. Oh man. It's like I just made the power switch.
Heard it was bad. Heard it was bad.
Yeah, it's like because with the Verizons, the internet providers, they kind of combo now with your internet, your phone. If you guys out there so have landlines, I mean they got the phone, they got the internet. You know what I'm saying? There might be some other shit they tied into. When they go out, done, bro. There's nothing you can do. You're just home.
That's it.
Can't watch no TV. Everything's streaming now. No cable. If you got cable, maybe, but it's trash when the Wi-Fi go.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, let people join. Oh man, what a week, man. Shit is moving, moving fast.
We're on the back half of it though. You know what I'm saying? We're in the PM of Wednesday, so we're on the back half of it at least. You know what I mean? 3 out of 5 gone, man. 3 out of 5 gone.
That's right. Can't complain. Can't complain.
I did see a petition though. I know we're waiting for people to get here. I saw a petition that said, listen, should be a new work week for 40+ year olds. Trying to get that 4-3 combo. You know what I'm saying? That 4 working, 3 off. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. They say one Friday, I might say, I don't give a fuck. I'll take either one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's connected to the weekend. Yeah, I'll take it, man. I'll take either side of that.
Yeah. As long as the money don't change, man, they could do whatever they want with the work week. You know what I'm saying? If the money's gonna change, leave my shit alone.
I don't get it twisted. The 4-3 just turns into, it just turns your 8 hour days into 10 hour days. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to come back. You know what I mean? On that fifth day. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? That was the proposed alleged workings, but it's never going to fly in the office.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. All right, man. It's 8:11, man. We might as well get on into it. People will join as the time goes through. Listen, man, it's Wednesday, man. And every Wednesday we are here. We are FCP. I am Senor Lee, and this is my man Ken Kapnick.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Every Wednesday we go live, man, after 8-ish. You know what I mean? Talk about what's going on in the world as professionals, as black men, fathers. We have a lot of fun on this show, man, getting into a lot of good stuff. And there's a lot going on in the world right now. We can't cover all of it, but I promise you we're gonna cover the good stuff. But as we always love to start on here, my brother, how you doing, man?
Doing all right, man. Right above the bare minimum in certain parts of my life. That's where I need to be. Can't be doing too much because you do more, they expect more. But outside of that, I've been all right, man. I do have an unfortunate confession though. I have to bring this here. I had to let you hear first. I see you got the guns out, man. It just reminded me. It's like I do have the new gym membership. You know what I'm saying? I've yet to go to the gym this year. I would just, but my built-in excuse. Hold on, hear me out. My built-in excuse. You know what I'm saying? Was with the New Year resolutions. A lot of the riffraff. Between the 1st and the 10th or the 15th. A lot of people coming in. What's this machine do? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to. So, since I started my little New Year's joint before the New Year, I'm gonna give this 2 weeks. To weed out the resolutioners. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get back strong on Monday. You know what I'm saying? MLK. You know what I'm saying? We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's your story. You sticking to it?
You know what I mean? Till Tuesday come, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta think of something else, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna stick to that one for now. I'll stick to that one for now.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, man. Hey, man, slow and steady. Um, I think the best thing anybody can do, man, is just, it starts in the kitchen. Definitely starts in the kitchen, y'all. It's really just, sometimes it's really just simple math, right? You decrease your intake, you increase your output as far as activity, you are bound to see some change over time. No, you need to be out here doing backflips or none of some of the weird stuff you see people doing in this gym. Some of those aren't really exercises. It's just people trying to get clicks. Uh,
Yeah.
Whatever works for you towards that healthy journey. It's not about, getting a six pack. It's not about looking like these models. It's about being the healthiest you. So as long as you're going towards that, bravo to you.
Um, Pause before I get there. But you got that Usher V going. I know you've been in the gym in a while. You got that V thing going. It's pop. Oh, my bad. You was mid poppy. My bad, dog. My bad, dog. We'll get to the show. We'll get to the show.
Oh man. Oh god. All
Say
right.
no comment. No comment. I'm married, y'all. I'm married. No comment. No comment. Only person that knows is the only person that needs to know.
All right, man. Shout out to anybody joining us from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, IG, man. We appreciate all of you. We talk about a couple things before we get into the main show. Number one, man, my 13-year-old, my heart in human form, man. Picture day is tomorrow. This is the
Mm.
last year junior high school, and it's getting more real.
Mhm.
Super excited for him. It's interesting because I don't think he really grasps what's about to happen. Like it's when I
Mm.
sit down and I talk to him and I'm like, yo, bro, like you're about to enter that like pre-man stage where a lot of it is really riding on you retaining information, having an idea of what you want to
Mhm.
do, but also just enjoying the ride. And it's funny because when I talk to him about stuff like that, I get the type look, and it's like I get it. I get it for him because for him it's not that real yet. But just being there for the journey, for the preparation is cool, man.
He got his outfit ready. He got the haircut laid out. He's good to go.
Mhm.
I know you got the stash now. How he doing? He told him. You told him no. Tell him how, you know what I mean. I mean the quick to go.
Oh yeah, man. He's good to go, man.
So
Definitely.
shouts to your money, because you shout after junior high and they roll into the high school thing. It's like they don't do no more photos till senior year in high school, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we was doing Kennedy and Lennox joint. I'm like, yeah, where Savannah's at? Jen was like, nah. I'm like, what you mean? She said, they don't do that in high school. I'm like, you sure we didn't do that in high school? She said, in the 1900s, we might have, but they don't do it no more. Like,
These are
what I
the
mean?
1900s.
I was like, damn, that's right. They might not. Dang, we ain't getting no photos from her. So she a senior now? Nah, fuck that. Get my camera back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Tommy fly. Speaking of listen, man, we are the best fathers we could be. Hands down. You already know that. You know what
100%.
I'm saying? Saw a sad video the other week with Tom Brady, unfortunately. And he was all emotional and shit. He was talking about how he wasn't as good as a father as his dad was. You know what I'm saying? Just long story short, he's just like, I know I'm not as good as a dad to my kids as my dad was to me.
Mm.
But he prefaced that with, greatness comes at, the ultimate price. And I started thinking, I'm like, damn, like, it's cool to say that when you really are great. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking 7 Super Bowls, you know what I'm saying? Had a model wife, had a couple kids. You know what I'm saying? He's the epitome of great. You know what I'm saying? Moved on doing NBC or ABC or one of those shows where they're paying him too much money to do what he's already doing. But I was thinking, I was like, if you had the choice of either being great yourself or being a great dad,
Mm.
which would you choose?
Mm-mm-mm. I would always choose being a great dad. Just because I think I'm already a father, so it's kind of hard to erase the feeling of having that creation, being a part of their growth. And there's a greatness in being a great dad. I think if you're just worried about your greatness, then after you're gone, that who brings on that legacy, who carries that on, you know what I mean, like what is your impact? But when you impact people, especially something, someone that you've created, that you've loved and nurtured, that's the greatness that can go on for generations if they have a kid and they have a kid. So I'd choose a dad.
That's what's up, man. That was nice, man. That's what's up. That was beautiful, honestly. I appreciate that. Me, I think the other route because because
Okay.
unfortunately, like I forfeited my selfishness to try my best to be the great dad that I'm walking in every day. But you ask me in today's time, I'm really living the life 14 plus years in, like 6 chips though. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. If I was 6'5", I might, you know what I mean? I probably would have been a lot more selfish in my life. But the latter is just it is a hard choice though. If you are pre-kid and you have that choice to make, like saw his fork in the road approaching you. Yeah. I mean that what's the he got game moment as far as she about to have a kid and the league is calling. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, man. I got to make a choice today. You know what I mean? It was one of those. But I would choose the latter now that I've seen it all. But I'm happy to be a great dad. I'll keep this one going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, good. Can't lose that feeling. Great question, though. All right, man. Just getting into our awareness and acknowledgement segment, man. First and foremost, gotta say congrats to Emmy and Jimmy on their engagement. My homeboy Jimmy popped the question over the weekend at Blue on the Hudson out in New Jersey. Fantastic, elegant restaurant.
Nice.
It was interesting because we had some conversations, of course, that I'm going to keep the details to myself in case she listens. But I can ask the general question here because of course, me and you are both married to our wives. So I think the first question I'll ask you that I think anybody about to get married would ask is, how did you know she was the one to marry?
To marry, I'm a simple man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, not that she swept me off my feet way back in the old high school hallways. Like that was easy. That was the easy part. But the fact that she solidified that she could cook beforehand was a big factor. But I think the fact that me also having the name of our first child well before she even liked me, she just this nigga's crazy. He's talking about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just seen things in her that I could see me dealing with in the long haul. And I was okay with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, it was like back in the 1900s, as you know, but there was no red flags. I don't know if they was called back then. This was before the word toxic was a real phrase. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't see any of that it was negativity back then. I didn't see none of that negativity in her demeanor and the way she acted. My mom and dad had a good head on their shoulders. Was my body like strung out on some shit. Like you know what I'm saying? So, you come from a good house. Okay, it's good to know. But early on. But the cooking really helped me. Really held me down. You know what I'm saying? How about you? How did you know when Mrs. Lee was the one?
Oh man, I would say it was honestly, after we had our kid, just watching how she number one dealt with me, what I'm saying, still maturing. I think someone that's willing to watch you through some of your worst moments and still be there. Of course, within reason, right? They still have to have respect for themselves. And she definitely made that very clear. She was going to be there, but it had to be a situation that made her feel good and made her feel like this was going to be something special. And that instantly made me shift my thinking. And then, of course, we have our son. And now it's like with her and him, I just watched how she was there for him. There's something about, a pregnant woman and then it being your woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's one of the greatest things that God has created, the ability for a woman to give birth. Pregnant women are just, what I'm saying, that's just the best thing. But then when it's your woman and you're watching her go through the process, just being a soldier throughout that whole entire situation, but also being there for you at the same time, regardless of any spats or whatever, it definitely set something off in me where it was like, yo, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? She's about her business. She's there for me. She's sexy as hell. I mean, I need to lock this up. You know what I'm saying? Like I am in love.
Well, it's already locked up. But
I mean, the child.
He said Stephon had options, my dog.
Shout out to the single fathers now. You know what I mean?
I mean, big a lot of
You
friends
know
of
what I
mine. A
mean?
lot of friends of mine.
Yes, sir. Definitely with the child, but yeah, no, the whole package was definitely there. So it just became a no brainer. And I think one of the things that I'll definitely share with people is, you know what I mean? Like, you got to think about the journey, right? To your point, like, there's a lot of great things that you're going to see in the beginning. A lot of the best things that are going to come out of a marriage is after you guys actually say, I do. You know what I mean? Because the communication, the people on the outside trying to weigh in on your situation.
Mhm.
You either grow with the person that you decided to take those vows with, or it's just a countdown to you guys ending up in divorce court. I hate to put it that way, but that's the long and short of it, where it's really the real test isn't just getting on one knee, fellas, and saying, will you marry me? It's after that, right? When her
Yeah,
body changes, when your financial situation changes through sickness, through health. That's really like you got to think about, is this somebody that or you can see yourself doing that with? And also, are you ready for that kind of commitment? Because, you know, it, listen, it's not easy and it's not meant to be. But I tell you, it's if you do it with the right person, man, it's a beautiful journey.
that's a fact. That is a fact. Good one, my brother. Good one indeed.
Yes, sir. So once again, congrats to Emmy and Jimmy on the engagement, man. So happy for y'all. Funny story about the trip to the venue though. So at first he sends me two invites. Both of them have 7 o'clock on it. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just get there, 7, eat. You know what I mean? He does the whole thing and it's like, yay. And then we party, whatever. So me and the wife, we're here running around, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching the wild card games. We're gonna get into that later. So then, we're all dressed, we get in the car. Dude, we are at the venue. But
Mhm.
the way it took us, it put us in like a parking lot. And thank God I told Shay, don't drive into the lot. Let's call Denise and see, ask her a question. When we called Denise, Denise is like, why are y'all there so early? Now, we're always early. You know how we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm thinking, yeah, we got there like 6:50. So we're like, yeah, we're always early. She was like, yo, the shit's at 9.
Mm. You saw seven on both invites?
Both invites, dog. Both invites said
How you
7.
don't how you don't get that updated email?
So apparently there was an update
Oh
from
yeah,
the
for sure.
restaurant
For
later
sure.
that evening that didn't
Yeah.
circle its way back to us. So
Damn.
this entire time we are preparing to leave the house to get to the venue by 7, bro. Oh man. But thankfully, you know what I'm saying? Denise's crib was in reasonable driving distance. So
Okay.
we're like, fine, we'll just go over there, chill, drink, come back. Right. I think this is when the Panthers were playing the Rams. So I'm like, all right, cool. Finish watching the game there. Dude, we're driving and we hit this pathway where it's telling us to go left, but left to us, it says do not enter.
Hmm.
The other way says Lincoln Tunnel. So
Mm.
I'm like,
Choices to make.
I'm looking at it. I'm in Jersey. I'm a black man. I'm like,
Decisions, decisions.
We're gonna do this Lincoln Tunnel. Like, I'm not doing the do
Oh,
not enter.
okay.
Because if
I
we
respect
do
that.
the do not enter, we fucked. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
a car
Yeah.
comes speeding this way, we're screwed.
It's like
So we
that.
do the Lincoln Tunnel, and as you would think, that shit takes us all the way back to New York City.
Ah, you have to ride it out. Oh
All the way back
man.
to New York City. So it's funny because Shay didn't realize it at first. I'm just sitting there with all kinds of disappointment in my
Oh,
soul.
you ain't even voice the sorrow. You're just like,
She's like,
oh.
she's like, it's okay, babe. We're not that far. I was like, babe, it's taking us back to New York. She said, what?
Mhm.
I was
He's
like,
like, check the GPS.
yeah. That shit had-
That's,
when
that shit
that
rerouting.
all these
Like,
circles.
rerouting. I should don't know where we going. Like rerouting.
Yo. But
Damn.
eventually we made it to Denise. We made it to the venue. Oh man, it was a crazy start to the Saturday night, but it ended lovely.
So you got there 2 hours early. What? How late did you end up being?
No, we ended up getting there on time. Like it started at
Oh,
9. So remember, we got there
oh, you
6:50.
got lost on the way to Denise.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was only after y'all left Denise on the way there. Yeah, so
Oh no.
okay. Oh man. Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry
Yeah.
to hear that. Um. Yeah. Sometimes I'm happy you went the Lincoln route, even though it cost some time. But sucks when you got to go against the navigation because you feel like, yo, man,
Mhm.
this thing is right 9 out of 10 times most of the time. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, but that's a big ass on sign. I don't want to tell the cops. You didn't see the sign up quarter mile back. I did, but you drive with your phone. Get out the vehicle. Oh man, I thought I was doing the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't deal with none of that, man. None of that.
With
Oh
Richards.
man. But yeah, man, we're approaching another holiday. You know what I'm saying? Another holiday. Probably one of the best ones that I always really love and adore every year, man. Martin Luther King Day,
Man.
January 19th. So looking forward to the long weekend. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you got some good plans. But listen, of course, like I always say every year, this is our 6th year doing this podcast. Love you, bro. When I sat down and I really thought about it, I was like, God damn.
Time be flying, right? Shit.
Like they are watching us age right before their eyes.
Facts. I used to be skinny. Nah,
yes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Martin Luther King Day, very special to me. As someone who presents a lot, who does a lot of public speaking, this is one of the guys that I look up to. Activist, social motivator, just all around role model. There was a lot of nonsense that his name got caught up in with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This man's name should not be spoken in certain circles because it's beyond that. What he was about was beyond that. And then, of course, one of my favorite sayings, you know what I mean, is it's not how a man shows up in times of comfort. It's how a man shows up in times of challenge and controversy. And I think that's something that holds true more this year than any year because last year the plan was set to take away and pretty much eliminate years of work that was done with the civil rights movement. And now this year we're just seeing, I mean, look at Minneapolis, look at what's happening with
in real time.
ice rates. Yeah, man. It is if there was any time to band together and really pay attention and care for our people, right now is that time. So I get that we have the day off. I get that we're going to look forward to sleeping later or going out and staying out late Sunday, but make sure you do something to make sure that you are solidifying your family, your finances and everything. As CC Media said in the chat, man, freedom ain't free. So make sure you guys are investing the right way, especially in each other.
For sure. Well said, my brother. Well said. I had a dream that I would be off, but I don't think I am. So we'll talk about that next week.
Yes, sir. Take us into this next one, man.
Oh, listen, man. Mr. Ramal Lee, RDL Capital, always doing things. He had the Economic Empowerment Podcast, as you all know about. Hit us with a good slew of episodes regarding how you can better yourself, financially, as far as different people and avenues that he was exploring with the hotel investing. But now he done moved on to other things, man. The Bankroll Podcast. Well, I believe he drops these every Tuesday. He's coming out, but every week when he's hitting you out with cool little tidbits on what those who are approaching retirement should be doing, what you should be doing with your overtime dollars, especially if you are someone in law enforcement, where overtime is not that it's a plethora of it, but you do get it more often than other facilities and occupations. Just because, hey man, somebody got to watch the public. So we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But really cool show that he put out, Mr. RD himself. But yo, man, if you haven't yet, please go subscribe. But yeah, every Tuesday he's dropping gems on you, and this past Tuesday was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool. I liked it myself. But shouts to him, always doing it.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Ramel. Shout out to RD Lee Capital. Shout out to the whole family, man. Everybody got something going on. It is super motivating, man. I love our family so much because anytime I ever think I can just relax, I go on social media and then I get my ass up. You know what I mean? Nope. Every single time.
So put the remote down. Go do something. Gotta go.
That's it, man.
Shouts to CC.
Yes, you got CC Media in the morning giving us that wake up motivation. In the afternoon, man, I'm seeing Jalen dropping all kinds of cooking videos, and then at night it's us. So we got everything coming.
We outside. All parts of the day. Speaking of being outside, man, TikTok trying to show us some love again, man. What's this about, man? I'll take it. I'll take it. Stats is in.
Definitely taking a page out of CC Media's book. Decided to look at some analytics because one of our topics last week really caught fire, and that was when we talked about Nick Darnell, who has done a tremendous job with being the Grinch, and just took over social media, and it caught on, right? And this was just a class A lesson in how to catch on to the algorithm. We caught on to a topic that is pretty much viral online, and it caught people's attention in our description, in our banter. So just want to show love to our TikTok followers and the new ones that decided to join us, even the people that just passed by to just show some love and engage with us in the chat. This is always great, but it's also just there's always a message in what we talk about on here. Pay attention to the numbers, y'all. Really pay attention to the numbers. If you're ever wondering why isn't your stuff catching on, sometimes you really have to look at what you're putting out there, the content that you're putting out there, how much work you're putting into delivering that content. There was no special way we went into this. This was literally just me and Kenny organically talking about a topic, and it is still to this day getting a lot of attention. So I'm a big proponent of a win's a win. So thank you for putting us in the algorithm, even if it was just for a week. We appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. 7 days of bliss, man. 7 days of bliss, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
That's a fact, man. So my brother, how often do you use ChatGPT?
Probably 3 times a week. Whether I got to troubleshoot something real fast, I just want another. It's like you want another voice, but you don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably use it probably 3 to 5 times a week. How about what's your ChatGPT usage at right now?
I'd say the same, especially everything that's going on now with contract negotiations and learning more about continuity of care. And for any of you who don't know what that is, basically if an insurance terminates with your provider, but you have a specific diagnosis, like you are in the middle of a pregnancy or you're getting, God forbid, cancer treatment, that would qualify for you as continuity of care. So just learning more about the basics around that. And there's different insurances that have different plans that approach that differently. But for shits and gigs, I said, you know what? Let me see what ChatGPT's overview is of our podcast. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? You know what I mean?
We passed the test.
You know,
this shit. Like,
yeah, man. Like we've been out there for 6 years. We got enough material out there. Let's see what's out there on the internet, right? So I'll scan through this. Basically, the overview. Freedom Cage Podcast is a conversational talk podcast hosted by Sean and Kenny that releases new episodes on the 1st and 15th of each month. The show format is relaxed and free-flowing. The hosts lock in to a free state of mind and exchange thoughts, opinions, and ideas on a wide range of topics from current events to everyday life themes. Now, this is where it gets cool. It tells you what to expect from our podcast. So it says broad conversation topics. Episodes often dive into current concerns, cultural moments, news highlights, and personal reflections. Guest features. Some episodes include interviews with entrepreneurs, creatives, and community figures offering deep discussions on their work and perspectives. Commentary and banter. Beyond interviews, the hosts riff on sports, relationships, life lessons, social trends, and more, creating an engaging mix of humor and insight. That's us.
Hey. My man, Mr. Chat. Now this.
Absolutely. But in short, at the end, Freedom Cage Podcast is a bi-monthly conversational show that blends commentary on current events and candid discussions and personal perspectives, appealing to listeners who enjoy relaxed, authentic dialogue across varied topics.
They should go subscribe to that YouTube channel right about now, right? This is the message. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the part. This is it right here. This is ChatGPT, man, with the authentic review, man, from a non, heartbeat person. I appreciate that. Have you set up your chat GPT to actually talk to you, or you just keep it all, you keep reading?
I just keep it reading right now, but
Okay, okay.
yeah, I'll look into it. You haven't talking to you?
Yeah, yeah. Like if
Nice.
I'm if I'm doing something, I ask a quick question. Oh, I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
Keep doing what the fuck I'm doing.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sure.
sir. Mm-hmm. All right, my brother. This next one.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for y'all, man. We've been waiting, baby. You know what's superior out here. You know what it means. When the stocks get involved, baby, it's time.
So we had kind of briefly mentioned this. I want to say one of the last episodes before the end of last year that this was in the works, but Apple, has selected Google's Gemini model as part of a multi-year partnership to power its revamped AI-powered Siri, set to launch later this year. Hey, listen, tech
Okay.
tech advancement is tech advancement. I will not knock that. You know what I mean? Apple has not made the right decisions. I'm not going to sit here as a tech expert, but I am an Apple user. And I can tell you that for the last 4 or 5 years, I have not upgraded my equipment for the simple fact that what's the point?
How much better can your camera get? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
unless you
absolutely.
switch to a Samsung device and you got the 100 zoom. But how much better can your camera get? You know what I'm saying? Like what else you want it to do? Like outside of that, there's no new features, there's nothing extra. Y'all didn't even get a pen. You gotta get a whole iPad to use a pencil. That's crazy.
I don't need no pen, man. I'm hands free out here, dog. I feel you though. I feel where you're trying to go with it. But listen, I mean, hey, listen. Apple first announced a revamped AI Siri back in June 2024, but failed to execute on many of its promises of personalized features and deep system integration. The newest iteration of Siri was expected this spring. Reported by Bloomberg, Apple plans to pay Google $1 billion a year to use its AI model to power Siri. Um, Hey man, I mean, I'm all for this Apple phone finally taking a step towards really advancing and doing a lot more than, to your point, taking pictures. I only take with so many pictures. But I'm definitely hopeful for this. And there's talks about how this, challenges the open AI market a bit, but it makes sense for Google, right? I mean, it's been strictly with Samsung for so long. It's starting to branch out. And then, of course, with Gemini, I mean, Gemini is integrated on the internet and everything. So now going on to mobile, it just empowers and reaches its scope. I mean, I love it.
Okay. Listen, man. Putting all that aside, what would it take for you to come over to the dark side, man? What do you need? Like, what's holding you up over there? Not like nothing will ever convince you.
You know what's funny? My Apple works for me. You know what I'm saying? My iPhone works for me. Like, to be honest with you, like I would need to see like what is so powerful on that side that is going to change my life. My iPhone works just as fine.
You ready for the truth? Everything. But this is not an ad. This is not an ad. It's just the truth, y'all. Just the truth. Oh.
Everything. So yeah, more to come on that. You can definitely go to like your local tech guru and get all the detail 50-point Scrabble words that's really behind this collaboration and what it means for your device. But just as an Apple user, iPhone user, I mean, we're excited to finally see something happen. It's looking like there's going to be a leadership change at some point. So you can only go upwards from here.
You know what this means? New tech, new leaders. Price going up. Price of the bricks is just increased, y'all. Yeah, them old plans, you add $5 to it. Whoa, everybody, all y'all. Yeah, no more unlimited. Like, damn.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Of course, you're gonna have your people that really don't like this. I think Elon Musk has showed his opinion on every little thing that happens these days. So it looks like he's not a big fan of this. But hey,
I'm surprised Elon didn't do a phone yet. Like, I mean, just waiting on.
I think
I know you got the bread.
He's focused on that space race, man. That space race is heating up.
All right. Yeah, that's just outside my ballpark. I'm not even sure what we're chasing out there anymore. To be honest with you,
It's
but
outside the galaxy, bro. Like,
like when nothing on Earth is no longer like say, nah, I didn't conquered all this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta see what else is out there.
yeah.
It's like if the movie, like if you watching a new Avatar, it's not enough for you, my brother. Like, it's like, you know what? You got it, man. You got it.
That's a fact. All right. Anything before we move on?
I know, it's bro.
All right, politics as usual, y'all. We're gonna start in the healthcare space when it comes to the individual marketplace, Affordable Care Act subsidies. This was a big reason for the government shutdown back last year around October. We are potentially heading towards another government shutdown if they don't reach a new spending bill before January 30th. But one of the things that Republicans and Dems were going back and forth was the extension of the Affordable Care Act subsidies. This is what provides tax credits, health care for those with low income. This has made it past the House. It now goes in front of the Senate for official approval. Though the extension is not expected to pass the Senate, a bipartisan group of senators are working on their own draft legislation that would extend the subsidies for 2 years. So that's very important. There are some new restrictions that will be upon this. They want to exclude those who are earning more than about 700% of the federal poverty level. I think that's somewhere around like 60,000 to 70,000 in the household. Um, if you really think about it, though, those people really need this help as well, because depending on how much the insurance and taxes are coming out of that yearly income, it's really not a lot of money. Really not. But anyway, more to come on that as we hear more. So that's some good news for those people who have any of those essential plans through the individual marketplace. Hopefully that does get extended. But the main thing that is hitting these New York City streets is the New York City nursing strike.
Yeah. Yeah, sad.
Oh,
Picking
yeah.
fences. I'm all for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did see a few things as far as what was it, like 15,000 nurses just walked off the job on Monday. There's Mount Sinai Presbyterian. But I seen a weird stat where they showed the annual salary of the CEOs of these companies, and
Yeah.
it's like 5 million and up for all these four I guess institutions. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta talk to Sean about this. Like, what's going on, man? When I'm scared to get sick, brother. Like, talk to me, man. What's going on?
Oh man. Yeah, so since January 12th, we're on the third day of the nursing strike. Listen, the pay scale when it comes to healthcare has always never been balanced. And it's one of those things where as you do a deeper dive into the research, it really makes you sick to your stomach to see what some people are making versus what a patient may potentially have to pay just to live to get this care. And then of
Mhm.
course in between the people who are providing the services to these patients. This isn't the first one. We just had one in 2023 and there's been plenty more before that. Um, so what I can say is the strike, right? Usually what happens is before this happens, the union sits down with, affiliates of the health and hospitals, and they start to talk about the potential agreement. If they cannot find any particular agreement, they then the actual union notifies the nurses. The nurses then have to vote to approve the union to approve the strike. So then once the union gets the ability to approve the strike, there's a 10-day gap that they have to give notice that yes, we're going to go on strike. Once that notification goes out to health and hospitals, then the nurses on that 10th day can choose to walk off the job. That was January 12th at 6 a.m. Now, here's key things to know about this, right? The nurses don't necessarily have to walk off, right? They can choose to continue to work. Now, of course, that is not going to sit well with the other nurses who are going on strike because, hey, we're all in this together. We're not going to get our demands and what we feel needs need to be met if we all don't walk off. But that is the beauty of being an individual in this world. You have the right to choose what you want to do. Now there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of allegeds out there, right? There's alleged accusations that the health systems are far apart in creating what they're calling cost of living balances for the nurses. The shortage of nurses that are in the different areas, as far as the hospitals or even nursing homes. So it's really important for you to read the details of where the nurses have their demands and what they're asking for in salary. On the hospital side, and I know some of you don't want to hear it, but I'm
Gotta
just
hear it.
with
Listen up,
you.
y'all.
Right. I'm just sharing with you what I know. You have to take into consideration, number one, the one big bill that just passed last year. There's about to be massive cuts to funding for hospitals. Now, let's stay away from the private hospitals and let's just look at the safety nets. That's like your Kings counties, Methodist hospitals like that. They depend so much on that funding. So, with that being cut, you have to think realistically. If you're going to get more money, but your hospital can't stay open, what is going to happen to that salary? Where is it coming from? Now,
Mhm.
of course, you have other people that can argue deeper facts of where that money can come from. I'm not here to argue with them, but I'm just painting the picture of how, in totality, if there is no balance, right? We can look at what the CEO is making and what the nurses are making. That's a different conversation, right? That's pay
Mhm.
scale. That has to do with that. When we're talking about what keeps the hospital's doors open, that's a totally different conversation. And if you're now going to sit and talk about the fair pay structure from the CEO all the way down to the service associates who make sure that the place looks good, then you have to do it across the board. You can't just
Right.
take one area and say, all right, let's make these people right and then leave everybody else out.
Mhm.
And that's the only thing I ask, right? If we're going to make this group of people happy within the hospital, we need to look at everybody. Because if we're talking about cost of living, we're talking about fairness, that applies to everybody in the health system, not just one area. But right now, this particular disagreement is between the health and hospital admin officials
Mhm.
and the nursing officials with NISNA. So we'll see how long this lasts. I think in 2023, it lasted about 3 days, and then they came to an interim agreement. Those interim agreements allow the nurses to come back while they finalize the actual agreement. So
Mhm.
we'll see where we go with that. Now, right now, the other thing we have to think about is the interruption of services. There's going to be messages coming from both ways, right? Right now, you have the nurses who are striking. They're in front of health hospitals. They're by buses. They're letting everybody know how they feel, which is fair, right? Fair protest. It was very interesting to see Mamdani, though. Very
Right.
interesting to see Mamdani.
Or
Did you
shout
get
out
a
to
chance to see what
Mandani.
he said?
Or shout out to, I didn't hear what he said, but I did see him
Yeah.
out there with the fences and the photos, holding
Yeah.
up the picket signs. But shouts to him. Attorney General Letitia James was out there.
Yeah.
Representative AOC was out there.
Hmm.
Cortez. Everybody joined the picket line. But like, my main question is like, listen, if 15,000 or so nurses were displaced with the strike, now all of these temps have to get hired to fill these positions. So they hired thousands of temps, but these temps they're not free. So they're spending probably close to $100 million just to pay for all these temps that had to go.
Hmm.
That money existed before. Why wasn't it just distributed where it should have went in the first place?
That's a great question. So think of it like this: if I get a travel nurse, I pay that travel nurse's per diem salary and living expenses, and then I'm done.
Mhm.
That's literally it.
No other expenses
When
though.
I Right, when I take on a salaried nurse, I have to account for their health benefits. I have to account. There's a lot more that comes
PTOs,
with,
all that accrues, all
yeah,
that. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the difference in the structure. Now, once again, I'm not on the side of anything. I'm just talking about how the difference between the travel nurse and the actual nurses that come in and join us. Now, do the travel nurses make an absorbent amount of money than the nurses? Yeah, because of the service that they provide. It's like being a sanitation worker versus a city cop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like protecting and serving versus going and picking up some of the biggest filth out there in the city. Two totally different experiences, but they're both serving the public, right? They're both serving the public just in different ways. So it's an argument that's going to go on till the end of time because healthcare has become a business. And I'm yet to see anybody come to the table with a plan that is going to make everybody happy because, honestly, does that mean that you're going to solve everybody's problem? Because so we solved the nurses' problem. That's great. Got a lot of friends that are nurses. Now, what happens to the insurance costs that are going up for the patients? What happens to all those people that are going to lose insurance coverage because of the one beautiful bill? Are the nurses going to go and also protest for that? Are the CEOs making all that money going to go to bat for those patients? That's why I say this stuff is just one big circle of arguments over why healthcare is broken. You know what I mean? So today's win is tomorrow's loss for somebody. I just hope at some point everybody finds a way to exist and get what they believe is their fair share. But all in all, man, this is not going to be the end of it. Nobody really wins in these situations because what happened in 2023, right? They came to an agreement, and what was supposed to happen were hospitals were supposed to get fined if nurses were short-staffed or anything like that. You could go into the records and see how many hospitals have been actually fined because there was still short staff. So it's a cycle. If the hospitals don't make any money, unless you're able to prove that a hospital's revenue is really so absorbent that they can break that money out to everybody that deserves it, it's a difficult argument. But at the same time, what the nurses bring to the table, it's undeniable. Undeniable. They spend, what I mean? They spend a lot of time with the patients. And because I know physicians, I won't go the other way with it. But they spend a lot of time with the patients. So I understand both sides of the argument. I get people may not like what I'm saying, but I understand both sides of the argument.
Who comes to an agreement first, the WNBA or the nurses?
The nurses.
Okay. Get there. We got to see what's important. That's all.
Yeah. The nurses. I think number one, because we need those nurses. We need those nurses, man. Somebody gonna come to that table and be like, all right, man, we're gonna add one more zero. All right, one more zero.
Come on. That's all we got, man. That's all we want. There's one more zero. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Nah, hey, listen, we need the nurses. Don't get me wrong, we need y'all. But I do hope for anybody who is on the side of the nurses that you're doing your research about the other side of this. And please advocate as much as you are for the nurses for the laws and all the things that are in place that are going to make healthcare cost more for you and even more for your kids.
Thanks. One more question for you. Is there a loophole where nurses here in the city can shift over to the travel nurse side of things and still be in state? Or is that doesn't exist really?
That's a great question. I actually have a friend that's a travel nurse. I can ask him.
Because if money was the big issue and they moved to the side where the money was or where the money can benefit it, granted, they lose a lot of the health benefits and everything else that comes with being a salaried nurse. Right. But if the money compensates that, is it feasible? Does it work? You know what I'm saying?
Well, number one, you better have a partner with good benefits because insurance ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. And nobody thinks about insurance until they get sick. And I can tell you right now, bad debt from healthcare is probably one of the biggest debts in New York City. So I suggest you do your research because if you find a partner that doesn't mind you always being on the road and has good benefits, travel nurse is not a bad thing to do. I had a friend that the way that they get paid and taken care of, it's pretty damn cool. But then you got to think about it. You're the villain of the nursing field, right? You're the one that comes in when they're trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like, excuse me. Pick fences. Gotta work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They called me, y'all. Excuse me. You know what I mean? But all right.
Yeah, it's tough.
Shout out to the nurses, man. Don't fold, but don't wait too long either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's definitely is. It's always different depending on who you ask about the situation, and that's what I love about the conversation because both sides can be true. both, both sides can be very true. There is no one size fits all when it comes to this, right? When it comes down to money, everybody's never going to be happy, never, unless you work for Nvidia right now. Nvidia probably is the only place where everybody works
Everybody's
is
happy.
happy. You know what I'm
Jet
saying?
is like,
You know,
you know, everybody's content.
everybody
Like
knows. Yeah,
everybody got stock options in the building. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything's
facts.
cool.
Yeah, because I can't even say Google no more or Meta because they're cutting jobs left and right. So, but Nvidia's chilling.
Chilling. Today,
Yep,
today.
today. That's right.
You know how I go.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right. But yeah, man, nursing strike in full effect, man. Shout out to all my nurses who are sticking with it. You are soldiers. Shout out to my nurses who are still showing up at work. Don't let them bully you. All right. You have the right to make your own choice. You don't have to follow anybody. And listen, I hope that at the end of the day we get through this because at the end of the day, man, at some point this was about the patients.
and they're still
You know
there.
what I'm
And we
saying? you
still,
know,
they
yeah,
still need y'all. So
yeah.
lot sooner than later, I hope.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. We about to make the power switch into the entertainment segment, man. Take us away, brother.
Listen, bro. It's the top of the year is January. We seen Kendrick put the mud hole in. We seen him. We seen it. You know what I mean? We seen Drake take one in the chin, pause, and he survived it. It is what it is. You can't beat Drake. He's the beast. But if you remember way back when that beat first started, there was a third guy in there. You know what I'm saying? His name was J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? He had a little jab at Kendrick thinking, this is what, hip hop wants you to do. But when he went home and Michael Jackson himself and, looked in the mirror, it was just like, this isn't me, man. I can't do this. He gracefully bowed out. There was a lot of, discourse, whether it was the right thing, it was the wrong thing. But I think for him personally, for his mental stability, it was the right thing for him to do. And praise the God, I'm happy he did. Because who knows what was in that other folder that Kendrick might have had that he never had to press the release on? Because we didn't want to hear that shit about J. Cole. We like J. Cole. Like, you know what I'm saying? But listen, J. Cole has finally announced that he will be finally dropping his long-awaited The Fall Off album. It's due February 6th, if I'm not mistaken. He did drop a cool little video. The way it was shot was super dope. It was like one of those continuous shots that kind of just runs through the whole video. And if I'm not mistaken, it looked like he's hinting at this being a double disc. Not sure what that means. I really hope it's not more than 90 minutes runtime. But I think I'm happy for this. I like this last work. And I'm curious to see if he even has anything to say about the way he bowed out. You know what I'm saying? I know he had a verse or two here and there that kind of touched on it. But what are your thoughts? Is this anticipated? Did the stigma die off for you with J. Cole? What's your thoughts on this?
I am anticipating this. J. Cole does not disappoint, and he always has a way to reinvent his storytelling. Mm-hmm. And the fact that 6 years, he's got to have a lot to talk about. Got to. A lot has happened while we haven't been getting music from J. Cole, so I can just imagine the kind of stories he's going to tell, who knows, the secrets he might reveal or the takes he might have on what's going on in the industry. I'm excited for it.
Facts. And like him specifically, it's weird because he's been fake hinting at the fall off for the last 2 to 3 albums. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all knew it was coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then even before he put the video out today, kind of promoting the new album, he's like, yo, it took me 10 years to really put all this together for this one album. Like in between him working shows, the Dollar and the Dream tour dates, the mixtapes in between, helping build up Dreamville, you know what I'm saying? Dodging that haymaker from Kendrick. Between all of this, he was still working on his body of work. So I'm curious to see what it comes out to be. So we shall see, man. But he's not the only one making moves out here in the music industry, man. What's going on, man?
Yo, man. Over the past weekend, Lil Uzi Vert The new song "What You Saying" has dominated the algorithm. So I had to do some digging at that point because I swear I went on TikTok and it was like 5 straight videos of kids dancing to this joint. Then I saw people promoting stuff to this song. So shit, I did a video for Shay's Cake and I put the song on there. Um, but yeah, I had to check out the video, man, and Lil Uzi, man, he never just gives you a song, man. He gives you an experience in his videos. 7.1 million views, and that was when I last checked on Sunday. So there's a good chance that shit's up to like 8 by now. But the song is actually a sample from a French song by an artist Indila, a song she released in 2014 called Love Story. So that's the sample that you hear of the woman singing. Um, Yo, man, I think anything that incorporates legitimate samples, and to your point, I hope everything was certified and approved. You know what I'm
No
saying? We don't,
more, no more stealing samples, y'all.
yeah, we don't,
They listening.
no one
They
knows.
listening.
We don't, go ahead, man.
Oh no, no, I'm just saying they listening, man. Be careful out there. They listen.
Yeah, we don't want no more Cisco's out here, man. I hate seeing people get robbed of their money because they're not following the script. But yo, man, I mean, it's stylistic. It's got the beat that everybody loves. But the funny thing about it, the song was released on December 22nd, 2025. So when I was doing the research, I'm like, well, shit, why the fuck didn't I hear about it until over this past weekend? Well, it looks like the video wasn't released, I think, till like December 30th or something like that. And then once the video took shape and people started dancing to it, that's when it
That's when
became
TikTok got it. The algorithm got it. So if you can't get jiggy with it, people don't want to hear that shit, bro. It's
That's
like,
it. That's it. And I always love the fact that music videos still have power. They can still drive a song's buzz because that's what really we waited for. Back in the days, we didn't care about a song too much until the video came out. You know what I mean? We wanted to see who was going to be in the video, what the video was going to be. And that's what really made us fall in love with like MTV, BET, all that good shit.
and I ain't gonna lie, the first time I heard it, because I saw us kind of building up to the show. I was like, let me go check it out. I was like, all right, cool little vibe. And as soon as I started getting into it, the song ended. I was like, what the fuck? I was checking my title. So I was like, maybe did it skip the song? Did it go to the next one? I'm like, damn, 2 minutes, 32 seconds. That's all. All right, you know what I mean. So I was like, let me see the video. The video kind of stretched it out another 35 seconds. With the little pre work. A lot of the models having little discourse, and I was like, this is what this was for.
Oh yeah.
Now I see why it's nailed it. You know what I mean? So he had the little dance in there, the big boots. You know what I mean? But shouts to Uzi, man. He keeps doing it when you don't expect him to, and he's kind of growing with the times because a lot of when a lot of the young the young stars when they gain fame a little too early in life, it's hard to keep that momentum up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's found a way to do it, man. He's finessing.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, man. Moving over to some TV shows and movies. This one right here has been the talk of the weekend. His and Hers, man. This show right here. The plot is a journalist investigates a murder in her hometown. She clashes with a suspicious detective. The cool, I want to say, cliche line here is, there's two sides to every story. Ours and theirs, yours and mine's, his and hers, which means someone is always lying. So I thought that was a great way to set the tone for this show. But this is one of the best, if not the best thriller that is on Netflix right now. It's got Tessa Thompson. You may know her from her recent roles in Thor Ragnarok and Creed, Dear White People, and John Bernthal, who has recent roles in The Accountant 1 and 2, but infamously known on Netflix for playing the Punisher.
I like John, yeah.
Yeah. Tessa plays Anna Andrews, a reporter who returns to her hometown to investigate a murder, but you slowly find out there's more to her return than what it seems. And John plays Jack Harper, a detective who gets assigned to this case. But as the episodes go on, you find out that Jack knows a little bit more about this case than what he leads on to his colleagues. I will not spoil this for you all. I'll give it.
Thank you. I was hoping. Well, I was like, he's about to do it. He's about to do it. I know he is.
Yeah. I will give you all more time to get this, but I must have talked to at least 10 people over the last couple of days since I put this on my story on Instagram. Phenomenal. I'll put it like this. All I can say is the minute you think you know what's going on, you have no fucking idea. You have none. You have no idea.
I love a good thriller. Love a good thriller.
Yeah. This is one of them ones, man, that, I think when sometimes you get the usual nonsense on Netflix, it's powerful and as much of a go-to as they are. This one right here, it left me and the wife like, no.
I ain't gonna lie, like me and Jen, we saw the thing and we was like, oh, let's get into it because we was in a movie mood and we saw it. We was like, oh, dope. Then we looked at it, we was like, wait, series? I kind of turned us off a little bit. It's like, yeah, we'll have to find. We'll put that on the watch list. You know what I'm saying? But did Netflix give us the whole thing, or are they slow walking us?
Whole thing.
All right. I'm gonna put it in her ear. If you listen to baby, add this to both of our profiles watch list. You know what I'm saying? So one of us is gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But speaking of his and hers, the wife came up with a new word that I wasn't expecting. It was, what was it? It was Monday. We didn't feel like cooking real quick. So he's like, yo, just gonna order some food real quick. I'm like, all right, not too hungry, but wanted something. You know what I'm saying? Order some Chinese food. She got her little thing. Got my little thing. She got a little order of wings. Nothing crazy. Wasn't hungry, but if I watch you eat, then I get hungry. You know how it goes. Yeah. Right? So I was like, yeah, basically one order of wings. She's like, I don't think that's enough for you. I was like, what's up? Talk to me. She's like, I don't think order wings is enough for you. I was like, I'm like, babe, I'm not really hungry. That's what I really want. She's like, maybe you should get another order of wings. You know, I was just like, because right now there's not enough for yes. I was like, I'm sorry, what? She said, yeah. Well, I know you want more. You know, it's like, but you won't admit it, maybe. But I definitely want some of what you're doing. So I'm like, babe, if you want to order wings, just say that. Because you're making it seem as if I want two others, and it's not really me, it's you. She's like, no, it's us, it's Jess. I'm like, we want this, but you're not saying it, so I'm going to say it for us. I'm like, yes. So this is for yes? She said, yes. I was like, so I ordered a second wing. Do you know how many wings she had? I was like, babe, whole pack of wings in the fridge, and nobody any went through. So she's like, I was full. I have a little wonton, so I really want it. I was like, I thought you was gonna eat more. I was like, I told you I ain't want no. But yeah, man. Whenever it's a weed thing now, she's using yes, man.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh my god,
fair enough. So speaking of, so funny and cool women, along with your wife. The Golden Globes were over the last couple of days, man, and Tiana Taylor. I mean, let's play this video and see her in her greatness.
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor winning. What a year for Tiana Taylor, winning her first Golden Globe.
She said that she hopes to meet Julia Roberts tonight, and she also calls Leonardo DiCaprio Pops because he's the pop of beer. But tonight, she's the queen with her first Golden Globe.
Awesome, man. Yeah, man. So she won Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Globes for the film One Battle After Another. She played alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, listen, Tiana's on a tear, man. She's definitely taking her acting career seriously. I think she has another movie on Netflix coming out called The Dip soon. So I'm anxious to see her in that. Yo, man. Hey, listen. And I hate to put it this way, but whenever a woman comes off of a breakup,
the glow.
The trend line is just my god.
And she might be the first to do like a back-to-back breakup and just like she used that as a what people use like a rebound. Nah, she used that shit as like a trampoline. Like it took even higher. I was like, yo, she really is that she can't do like the music she got locked up. Just dropped the album last winter. Fashion, she's all up and down the runway. She's directing videos of your favorite stars. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's still a mom, by the way. You know what I mean? Just taking care of the crib at all times. If she's not at queen status already, she's approaching. You know what I'm saying? She already said Beyonce reached out, wish her congrats again. You know what I'm saying? She got to see her glow up from when she was young. Listen, I tell you this shit right now. Listen, the rebound X, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? He got to experience some of this glow up. You know what I'm saying? But Shumpert, man, look at me, Shumpert. It's okay to punch the air right now, my brother. It's okay, man. Just get your brass knuckles when you do it, because you need a lot of force when you hit a lot of nothing. He's got to be pissed, bro. And she won in a divorce settlement too, like big one too, allegedly. But yeah, man. Shouts to Tiana, man. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Yeah, man. This one right here. This year is looking like the come up for all the ladies that have been done wrong, man. And it ended the year. 2025 ended like that with Cardi. Now Tiana's setting it off for 2026, man. Fellas, be careful. You know what I mean? There's a high likelihood that girl that you said, I could do better, is gonna have an amazing year. And you gotta watch this shit, man. And you know when it's really gonna sting? The success stings. You know what I'm saying? But anybody, you can find your own success. What's really gonna sting, man, there's gonna be a photo that pops up, right? She's gonna be on vacation in one of her best bikinis, whatever it is. And you're gonna see the next dude palming that ass while they on some beach on an island we can't even pronounce. Yeah. That's when the shit really hits you in the jugular. That's when you gotta sit there and say, maybe I should have listened more. You know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't have went on that guy's trip. Maybe I should have took out the fucking garbage, man. Like, was it that big of a deal?
Anything. Obviously it was. Obviously it was.
You know what I'm saying? You got to think about everything, brother, because that's when it's gonna sting. I tell you that right now.
That won't hurt, man. But I've been seeing Shumpert on ESPN. He lost the glow, man. It's not the same.
Yo, brother.
Not the same, man. He ain't smiling as hard as he used to, man.
Nah. He definitely thinking about, did I make the right decision? Like, it ain't easy, man. But speaking of other winners, man, Sinners won for best cinematic and box office achievement. But there's still a lot of buzz around whether the film was snubbed for best director, of course, Ryan Coogler, and best performance by a male actor in a motion picture drama. Now, if you go and you look at who won in these categories, and hey, listen, I don't get all the screeners like people who are part of SAG or anything like that, and I don't watch a lot of these indie movies all the time. But this one here, man, got to be studied.
It was no way they lost both of these. That was my thing. I thought one of them was going to win one of them, but not both of them not winning either. You know what I'm saying? I didn't catch the name of the person who actually won the best director, but I thought the way this one was shot, the way he did it on like true film, it was just visually different. You know what I'm saying? The storyline was kind of very original. I'm not sure if it pulled from anything other than his imagination as far as putting it together, outside of like, kind of old kind of artifacts and things that you might have just heard about from your great grandmother growing up. You know what I mean? But that was tough for him to lose director. But male actor one, your boy played two people this movie, and they both was individually great. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, and then to lose it to a movie that came out 2 weeks ago, I was like, bro, I'm like, did everybody even see this yet? Like, I still ain't even see it yet. Like, I ain't see a commercial. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nothing about, something that made, no one's tapped me on the shoulder like, hey, man, seen that movie about such and such, the Marty joint? Yeah. No one's tapped me. Nobody has tapped me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know, man. Michael B. Jordan gets snubbed a lot. I don't know why. I don't know if he just has like a face that you just love to hate, but it's not cool, man. It's not cool.
Yeah. So it looks like Paul Thomas Anderson won. He was the guy who directed One Battle After Another. That's the one that Tiana was in, so it's tough.
All right.
And then I believe the guy that won the best performance by a male actor.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. No, not Timothy. It was another. You ever seen Narcos? The guy who played Pablo Escobar?
Yeah.
He won it.
For what? What did he do?
He was I'm gonna look up the movie now, but I know he won it. Yeah.
I liked him as an actor, but I didn't think he did something worth. Okay. Yeah, what did I know Timothy Chalamet won something over. I forgot what category that was. I gotta look that one up.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, Wagner Mora.
What's the name of the movie?
No, that's the name of the guy that won.
I'm about to say, I definitely hear that shit.
Yeah, because Timothy won Best Male Actor Motion Picture. Musical comedy. And then that other guy, Wagner Mora, he won Best Male Actor Motion Picture Drama.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the category where oh man, that was the one where Michael B. Jordan was a nominee, the drama one.
Damn. Let me learn. Maybe next year, buddy.
That's a fact. There's another comedy special I gotta check out. I don't have a picture here, but Marcelo. Oh, my man, Marcelo Hernandez. I gotta check this one out. I've been seeing nothing but hilarious reels on IG, and the one that caught me was one where he's talking about the kids are talking about that their parents really didn't have much to do. You know what I'm saying? And the parents was like, I had to fucking do pretty much pick you up and drop you off, right? But the mother's telling the whole story about what she had to do, and then he ends it with a song he made out of pick you up and drop you off, pick you up and drop you off, pick you up and drop you off. It's hilarious as hell. I gotta check this one out, man. All the reels he's doing is funny. Another one that I love that he did was he's talking about the myth of Latin people when they come into America. Like there's these monsters that are gonna come and grab kids and put them in the basement. He goes, no, that's your thing, white people. That's not us. We don't do that. And he said, when you think of Latin people, you think of fun crimes. Like you think of us, you think we get in the plane and we got a little bit of cocaine. You know what I mean? He's like,
he said it's fun crime. That's
he said that's fun crime. It's fun crime. We do fun crimes. We do crimes that make movies. He's like, white people do crimes that make documentaries.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Oh man,
I got to add it to the watch list. Okay, that's funny. That's a good one.
Oh man.
I got a couple questions for you, brother. Wrapping up this entertainment segment we got here. Got about 5 things I want to show you real quick, man. I need to know if you like it, love it, or hate it, man. This first one up, man, they're getting a lot of traction this week. Super funny shit. But your man Drewski, man, does it again. He did the mega church pastor kind of skit. And before I even get into it, have you seen the skit?
Yes, I have.
The boy nailed it. Like as far as just the way money's being asked for is phantom Zimbabwe donations and pulling off in a phantom, saying, "Don't touch my car, nigga." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit had me dying. But like it, love it, or hate it.
Oh man, I like it.
Like it? All right. I'll coincide with you on the like it one. I like this one a lot. Just because it was a little too accurate for me. You know what I'm saying? It was a little too accurate. My next one's a little closer to home, man. As you know, late December. Hey, man, if you live in New York City or in the tri-state area, Hot 97 is something that if you have in a car, it's on. It's on already before you really before you figure out what you actually want to hear. The radio's on, and most of the time it's Hot 97. But last December, they let go of the morning show, Ebro and the crew, Laura Rosenberg. But hey, man, they got a new hire. They have hired the kid Mero. Called a little New York Times spread. He started this week. Had a lot of cool voice-ins. I think Mam and Donnie had a voice in for him. Just wishing him good luck and congratulations. But I like this. I like this a lot. What's your thoughts on the Kid Mero now doing the morning shows for Hot 97?
I love it. I love this one. New York at its finest. I really think that this is going to be an interesting take. It's a fresh take. It's a fresh face. I'm always a big fan of new voices and new faces. So I love this one. I really do. And, Hot 97 needed a shakeup. They really did. And hopefully this is the start of seeing the new regime come in and getting that fresh perspective, because they have to compete with podcasts. I mean, at this point, radio really has to figure out where they're going to be in the next streaming phase of things, and where streaming is going, where podcasts are right now. Radio needs some help, and bringing faces like this and voices like this to radio is going to help.
That's a fact. I do like this one. Teetering towards love. What I'm saying? I did have, a soft spot for Ebro and the team. It was part of the routine in the mornings, what I'm saying, dropping the kids off while going to work. But Mero does bring a cool comedic kind of value to the show in the morning. But there's one thing I would like him to do. I would love for one of his first interviews to be with Jesus. I don't know if they went on bad terms with each other, but it's like, yo, man, we can still do this, man. You can come here twice a week, man, at least. You know what I mean? Shoot the shit up here. You know what I mean? They gave me a seat over at Hot 97. They said I can invite who I want. You know what I'm saying? So, but it'll be cool for them to kind of reconnect real quick, because listen, that's how I met Mero. He was in combination with Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I don't think it was a bad split, but I just think it was more so creative differences at the time. You want to do this, I want to do that, but we'll see. Yeah. My next one I got for you. This one kind of hurt my soul a little bit. As you know, Keith Lee, he is not he's not an acclaimed food critic, but he has become popular for critiquing foods. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying? But if you know the gentleman Walter Johnson, social media has phrased him as Unc, as far as the cool little memes you see with a dude picking up the rib and the shit just dropping. He's like, tenderism. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh shit, that nigga made a word up. You know what I'm saying? Keith Lee has exposed the tenderism situation for things that we did not know. Listen, he went to the spot in Southern California. The name of the restaurant was called Destination Smokehouse. And he said the food was really good. Like, oxtail is really good. You know what I'm saying? But it seems Unc might be being played as a pawn. The gentleman to the left of who we know as Unc, Mr. Tenderism, is the actual restaurant owner of Destination Smokehouse. And I was listening, I'm like, hey, everybody needs some sort of advertising thing. But allegedly, it turns out this owner went and trademarked the phrase tenderism and didn't involve Mr. Walter Unc Johnson in the paperwork. I think it's fucked up. I'm gonna put this on the I hate it bag. I just want to know your thoughts on this, man. This is not good.
Oh man, yeah, I have to hate it. But this just goes to show you, man, that we got to do better as a people with understanding business. We got to do better. But yeah, I hate it. That's damn.
All right. Sure, tenderism. Like, I did hear some other wild rumors. I hope these allegedly there's like it really wasn't as tender neither. The ribs. They said they was like putting pieces of cut meat on bones and he just pulling the bone out. I was like, it wasn't true tenderism. That's fucked up. But hopefully there's alleged rumors. The internet got internet. But yeah, we hate that. This next one I got here. Hey, this is still a local. This is a local favorite of mine. But you remember back in the day when we had Averexes? You know what I'm saying? I was a fan of my AV. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Dodged a few fights with it on. Wasn't letting it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, AV was dope. But a long-standing collab has just taken place, and I'm curious to know what took them so long to touch base with each other. Averex and Sibling have come together. They finally dropped the Averex in the perfect wheat color, and I'm like, why the fuck haven't they done this 20 years ago, bro? That just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist helped out with the promo. Let me know you like it, love it, or hate it.
I like it. It's New York. The only reason why I don't love it is because now when you wear something with a brand on it and then you throw on some Jordans, it throws off the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like
can't wear nothing else but that now.
Yeah. It makes it like now people looking at you like, why you ain't got the Timbs on? Like, so I'm supposed to wear Timbs every fucking day, man. Like,
So,
it's crazy.
You know what I mean? Terrible. All right, man. I'm gonna go on the Love It side just because. Listen, I think Averex in the wheat color just made sense. Like, I'll do it without the logo though, like you said. But I love the colorway. Love the colorway. My last thing I got for you today on the like it, love it, hate it topic. Listen, LeBron brought this man to the forefront. He gave him the keys to the toolbox. He opened it up. He fucked shit up. But now, Mr. Rich Paul, man, he is all up in Mr. AR's Kool-Aid, talking on podcasts about public trade thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Shit you would talk to your man about at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool at the barbershop. It's just y'all five in there. When you are the representative of the highest Instagram followed athlete in the world, you can't be saying shit about his teammate and just think, hey man, we just shooting the shit. No, nigga, you're shooting niggas' contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but that wasn't the kicker. Like, AR's people, LA had a game this past Sunday, and I heard his team was out there like, hey man, we need you to shut the fuck up, bro. Like, it's like, yo, what do you mean? So, you have a loud voice. Like, it might be a small opinion of yours, but when you put it on these platforms, it kind of, volumes kind of come to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to ask you today, man.
Yeah.
Like it, love it, hate it. Where you at?
I love it. Let me tell you something. We spent years just listening to Maverick, right? And I think Maverick is an amazing business person. He's a great role model, but we never really heard from Rich. Rich probably is like, Braun, you supposed to retire 2 years ago. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but I'm not going to wait here for you to be that 50-year-old dude still in the NBA. It's my time now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my time now to have a voice. And I love it. Like, if you really listen, and you can tell he was ready, because it took everybody that interviewed him between 2022 and 2024 forever to get him on, because he was just one of those guys that never spoke about anything. Yeah. Now he's got a taste of it, and he sees people like what he has to say. Why not? And think about it. He's been behind the scenes for 19 years with LeBron. He's seen everything dirty thing about your favorite artist, athlete, movie star. This guy, I love it. I love it.
He went to Toronto with LeBron. Yeah, he's been outside. He was outside. He was outside with the boy. You know what I'm saying? What was it? One of the 4 horsemen, 5 horsemen? He was there, man. He was outside with him. I'm gonna put this on the hated stage, man, because it just seems like hate. It seems like hate. But like that's like if you, it's like putting a bad word out for your man's girl. Like, so I know y'all together, but yo, did you see Halle Berry the other day? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, she moved across the street from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, what you trying to do here? Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta play with this man tomorrow. Like, what? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think it's in bad taste. Maybe it should have been a tweet. Maybe that wouldn't have been as loud. You know what I'm saying? But going on the show, 4K, nasty work, Mr. Rich, nasty work, man. You shouldn't have did
something going on behind the scenes, dog. Trust me, something gotta be going on.
Think it's a play?
Hey, it could be whatever it is. We gonna watch it unfold at some point, because for somebody to be that quiet for so long, and then all of a sudden,
I shouldn't say
like Draco out here with the talk. Something going on.
It's weird. Super weird. Super weird.
You know what I mean? Hey, listen, there's a chink in the chain, man. There's a chink in the James Gang chain. And hey, man,
I think him staying in the league is keeping it all together. I think as soon as he retires, the whole bubble's going to explode. Like, Bronny coming out with a tell-all, Savannah's out of here. You know what I'm saying? The daughter like, yo, he ain't never been shit. Like, it's like, yo, I think everything coming out the woodwork. Brad gonna be like, I never liked it. There's gonna be all kinds of shit coming out the woodwork once you retire. Drake got all the videos now. All of a sudden from Toronto, it's like, oh, look what I came across. It's like, damn, dog, you always had these. You could have told me before the pop up, my man. But
It'd be-
yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But keeping it sports, man. Listen, if you have been watching any college football this past week or two, you've seen a lot of your favorites fall, me included. I thought Alabama was going to do something, thought they was going to shake it up. They got slapped up. Like, you know what I'm saying, by the number one team in the nation, Indiana. But this week, man, they will be, I think this Monday is going to be it. I think this is going to be a good matchup. It's going to be in Miami, though. So as far as a home crowd advantage, they got it on the Miami side. But every time I sleep on the Indiana, like I seen maybe 2 games of theirs all season. And I wasn't believing the hype. I really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But then I seen them last week, like just man, I'm like, they're really them. They got a lot of Himothy's on the squad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. But who do you got taking the chip next Monday, sir?
This is a tough one, man, because I like Cristobal. I like Carson Beck. I think Miami's got the fire behind them. They got the pride behind them. You know, a really good running game, good receivers. But Mendoza's different, man. Those guys, the maturity in Mendoza, it's different. You know what I mean? It's like Tim Tebow in a more, you know, quality quarterback skill set body. You know what I mean? Like the way he talks in interviews, the way he shows composure out in the field, it's like he's been here before and he's just doing a replay. You know what I mean? Like not to say Carson Beck doesn't have the poise for that, but this kid Mendoza, I don't think he's out there with any pressure. I don't even think he feels like this is a championship game. He's just out there throwing the ball to his friends.
Mm-hmm. and for Mendoza, he didn't grow up. He grew up not too far from Miami, Florida, maybe a good 10 miles, 15 miles in the area. So this is a personal home game for him. You know what I'm saying? As far as family and friends are concerned. But like he's playing, like even watching the last couple of games, like he has like a Tom Brady-esque luck kind of thing that follows him. Like if there is a fumble, it bounces his way. If there is a tip pass, it bounces to his receivers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when he does the bad pass, it bounces off the defender's face mask. And he doesn't catch it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just has this kind of luck thing with him, and I'm just like, same shit Tom had for like 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Like granted, you are a good, like you still have to be in the position, know your job, do it well. That he does. But with the job also takes a lot of luck and things to go your way as well to be truly great at it. Yeah. And he's got that factor early. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes next week, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. Hey, listen, happy for all them kids, man. Hell of a moment to live out your dream. So yeah, we'll see who comes out victorious.
For sure.
All right, so we are fresh off NFL wildcard weekend, man. We'll run through game by game. Number 1, Rams, Panthers. Rams hung on, pause, but boy, Bryce Young gave him a scare, man. I mean, I thought the Panthers had it for a second.
I had
bro, when Bryce let them down in that fourth quarter and they scored, it was like, okay, like this, Matt's up against it. But then Matt just switched cheese dudes. Like it was like completion.
I didn't see. I didn't see it going so efficiently for him.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying. Like, but it was a good game though. But steady Stafford, man. He gonna get the job done. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's gonna get the job done for sure.
Yes, sir. But there was another highlight to this game, man. Let's play this video to see if anybody saw it.
He has so much offense. It's incredible. As an offensive guy, I would love to play with someone like that because I know when I go in the meeting rooms on Wednesday for the game plan, I know we're going to be ready, and I know it's a game plan that's going to help us succeed and win football games. And if you are a receiver, if you are a running back or tight end, this is the kind of offense that you want to be in. But in terms of Matthew Stafford and Kurt Warner, productive MVP.
Okay, Tor, I know that Kurt was productive and all that, but I want you to show your finger again because tell him I didn't do it, Tor. Tell him I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Yo, that's crazy.
How many? Oh my God. This
Yo.
finger got a fork in the road. That shit crazy, bro. Jesus
Yo.
Christ.
When I first
Jesus.
saw it, I was like, am I bugging or is this finger fucked up? And then when he did it again, he did like this. I was like,
Oh, my boy got natural gang signs. Like,
seriously, man. You know how we talk about that shit?
Man,
That shit had
that shit got a slant and a half. Pause. I was like, God damn, he caught way too many passes. He caught passes like this? I was like, God damn.
Crazy. All right, man. Moving on. Bears, Packers. Listen, first half, I thought this was gonna be a breeze, man. Packers was on fire. Yes, man. Jordan Love was putting the ball wherever he wanted it. Pause. But then halftime came. Right? I think Packers scored again, and then after that,
that was it.
Yeah.
Ain't scored since.
Nope.
Ain't scored since.
Everything. The Bears got fully activated. Iceman pulled it off again, man. Shout out to Caleb Williams. You know what I'm saying? Swift out there, all the boys. But then we had this, man. Lil Weezy. Listen. This was the first game of one of his favorite teams, man. Ayo.
Just lost a playoff game to a dude with purple nails.
Yeah.
He was tight. I know he had money on the Packers too. He was tight. Yeah, they had fans in the stands like grating cheese. I was like, yeah, how much cheese he got? Because like it felt like it kept going to him like every second commercial break. I'm like, yeah, how much cheese he smuggled into the stadium? Right? Every time he went to, he was shredding that cheese up. I was like, damn. But Chicago, they have been like the second half like kings as far as the season goes. Like a lot of their games, they got 4 or 5 comebacks in the fourth quarter, last 2-3 minutes of the game type shit. It's in their DNA now. You know what I'm saying? So, man, they are a scary team to see in the playoffs for sure.
That's a fact. So, man, shout out to the Bears, man. Hell of a game, hell of a way to come back. With this turnaround for them, the number one picks, they went through like at least 2-3 number one picks. They finally seem like they got it right. Do you feel like this turnaround is more due to player chemistry, coaching, or a blend of both?
It was a blend of both, but everything does take time. I think the player chemistry took a couple of years to build with Caleb specifically, getting to know his players, getting to know his team. But I think that last edge they needed was a coaching push. With their new coach this year, he has lit a fire under them that have put them in a place where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a healthy balance of both, but I would say 60-40 on the chemistry side.
Okay. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. It's got them moving on.
Sure.
Next
Josh
one,
did
man.
It. Josh did it, man. I was nervous for him, though.
Very. Whenever Travis Etienne has it going, the Jags usually pull it off, man. Because you know what I mean, that kid, he's tough. He's very tough. And when he's got it going, you really don't see the Jags lose. But Josh had other plans, man. He was getting beat up, damn near, you know what I'm saying? Concussion, everything, finger. But he found a way to push through. And then that infamous, like, you know what I'm saying? You playing football. When you make those kind of throws that you did everything right, put it on the receiver, bounces off the receiver's hands, and up, defender's just in the right place. What is that feeling like, man?
It's like somebody, like it's like getting dressed with your cup, and then somebody kicking in your cup not being in almost like, yo, I put a cup on. I know I put the cup on. Like, why do I feel this thing? It's sensation. It's a kick, man. It's definitely a kick because y'all go through this all week at practice, the game plan, the repetitions, the mental fortitude it takes to get there. Then you get there, it's game time, clock running, pressure's on, perfect passes in play, and it's like, yo, there's nothing you can do about it, bro. There's nothing. Yeah. And then you can't even like wild out because there's like 1,000 cameras. You know what I'm saying? So You got to stay cool, calm, collected the whole time, man. It's tough. It is tough. It's tough.
Yeah, man, that was heartbreaking. That was fucking heartbreaking. But shout out to the Bills, man. Like we've been saying, now or never for Josh, man. You got everybody's out now. As we're gonna go through more of these games, everybody's out when you really think about it. And speaking of out, man, we will definitely have different champs this year as the 49ers went into Philly. And yo, Brock Purdy is that dude.
And listen, this was a revenge game for him because a few seasons ago they took him out and they lost. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to go back to Philly, and they had the champ belt on their back now. So he had a bigger thing to get across. You know what I mean? So shouts to Brock. He was the composure as well. He did his thing. But listen, man. Like I said, do you feel the 49ers won this game or the Eagles lost this game?
Oh, definitely the Eagles lost. I mean, let's not take away from, just phenomenal games by Demarcus Robinson. I feel like he's been undervalued for many years. And then, of course, McCaffrey, C-Mac is just being C-Mac. I mean, listen, first of all, feel sorry for George Kittle, man. Fucked up way for him to go out, you know what I mean, with the ACL. But my biggest thing here, to your point, is A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown has been very vocal about always open. Came out with the commercial. Always open. They not throwing me the ball. They ain't running no plays for me. Listen, always ready and always open are two totally different things.
Totally different things, my boy. He dropped 2 to 3 critical catches. You know what I'm saying? As a professional millionaire whose job is to catch the rock, you gotta provide, man. I can see if he was running across the middle and got scared, but nah, that wasn't the situation.
Nope.
The alligator arms here. These are passes that touch your hands, my man. You should have caught those. Like 3rd downs, 2nd and long. We need these, my boy. We need these, my man. Especially from you. Anybody gonna catch this ball? Jalen knew that, hey, I'm in a jam. He can't afford to drop these. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking. You know what I'm saying? But he dropped them shits, man, when we needed them. He dodged a press after the game and shit. I was like, oh, this nigga, bitch. He bitched up. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, that ain't how you do it, man. That ain't how you do it. But on a quick sidebar, going back to George Kittle, man, and the whole ACL thing, I'm a little upset that I get to see these ACLs pop in slow motion replays every time it happens. Between him, fucking your man Tatum in Boston. When you seen it happen with Kobe way back when, I don't like seeing that calf do that jiggle thing, man. I'm sick of it because every time you see it, everybody's a doctor in the house going, "Oh, everybody knows that is. Everybody knows that's the pop, man. Everybody sees it." But yeah, man, they gotta stop these 4K zooming on the legs, man. That shit is pissing me off.
Yeah, man. Anytime I see a non-contact fall to the ground, I'm like, "Yep, Achilles." That's it. You ain't even got to show me the slow-mo. Ain't nobody touch you. Ain't nobody. He did a regular-ass move that he does on a Tuesday, and he just dropped. That's Achilles. That's Achilles, man. Crazy. And then, of course, last but not least, man, Texas and the Steelers. Before we jump to that, one of the greats to ever do it definitely had something for the Eagles fans.
Yeah, Jerry disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Sure.
So yeah. He said I put my feet all up on your couch out here. Jerry, man.
Shout out to Jerry, man, for reminding everybody who he is, man. That's for sure. But listen, to round out the wild card games, man, Texans, man, these boys washed up the Steelers. Shout out to Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson Jr., and that whole defensive team, man. Lassiter out there in cornerback. These guys have been phenomenal. I am a big D'Amico Ryans fan, and if Mike Tomlin lost to anybody,
happy with him.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a passing of the torch moment because you could see D'Amico has the same grit, the same toughness, the same standard. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That Mike has. So
Facts.
this was just phenomenal. And listen, if I did not want to see Aaron Rodgers win. You can call me a hater all you want. I did not want to see him win. And I'm glad at the way he went out. He went out like I know Miles Garrett was like, that's what I wanted to do. I could have been got the damn record. You know what
Word,
I mean?
word,
So I think they did that for Miles because Miles couldn't
word,
get him. I think they did it.
word. Aaron's last pass. Hey, it was a touchdown. Just for the other team, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that. It'd be like that. I'm happy they pulled his ass right after. I said, yeah, sit your ass down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just come on the bench with me. But listen, man. Um, Pittsburgh, man. 19 years.
Mm.
I didn't listen after the John Harbaugh news last week. I was like, damn, they let him go. That's crazy. And I just assumed he was gonna get the 20 just because it's just a round number. You know what I'm saying? Crazy me. That was my bad. You know what I mean? But listen, man. Mike Tomlin, he left the game, man. He stepped down. He left on his own accord. Listen, never had a losing record. You know what I'm saying? 19 straight seasons. Caught a Super Bowl with him. He did what every other Steelers head coach does is get a Super Bowl for him. And as everyone knows, with Mike Tomlin, listen, the standard is the standard. He held everybody to it. He made sure nobody fucked around when they had to. And he did the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did the job well. His odds was always a little too big for me, but that's besides the point. It was kind of scared me like that. But listen, man, salute. I think he's going to go the family route as far as just spending time with the kids and the grandkids and just being the at-home dad. I don't want him to rush into the media thing too much because we didn't see him talk much anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to see you talking full-time like this. You know what I mean? It's not the same kind of guy. But I would like him to pop in once in a few on the Manning cast or something, do a funny, tidbit with a game, but I don't want to see him like in a suit doing that shit. Nah, that's not Mike's game, man. That's not Mike's game at all.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree, man. Definitely one of the guys that really set the tone for black coaches in the NFL. You talk about, like you said, 19 seasons. If there's anybody walking away from the game that's proud of where the game is now, it's him. Seeing all the black coaches, seeing all the black quarterbacks that are now really just prevalent in the league. Now we're, pushing towards the black GMs, the black presidents, the black owners. And I definitely hope Mike is a part of that next level. You know what I mean? That's where I would like to see him. I don't want to see him on TV. I agree with you. I want to see him in the executive role, being the guy who makes the decisions, the guy who sets the tone for black men in those administrative roles for the NFL and really helping to set the tone. So shout out to Mike, man. Hell of a career. The standard is the standard, and it always will be when it comes to the name Mike Tomlin and shit. We appreciate what you did for the game, brother. For real.
Man. Set the standard for show.
Yep.
Listen, keeping it local. Or the Giants might have somebody in tow, you know what I'm saying? They said I'm throwing 20 mil at Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is that the 1 year 20 mil? Like, is this 20? Are we breaking this down at least? Can we get some other players with him? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how those negotiations went, but he was in East Rutherford today, talking to a few of the elite players on the squad. We'll see how that works out. But on another weird note, though, I know he left the Ravens. And now the Ravens, as you know, they're looking for a new head coach. But I want you to watch this video for me, my good man.
How much of a say will Lamar have in the head coach selection?
A lot of say, but he has no power. I have the power. They have opinions, and I want them all. I care about my players very much, but I can't give them power.
What the?
As the owner of a franchise who has a black quarterback who is, the quarterback of the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? He is as much as a leader as he could be without being on the sidelines with the coach. even if he did have no power, like as far as making the final say, why would the owner say that publicly like that? Like, did I receive that wrong? Was it me?
No, not at all. Listen, some people, you know that old saying, "It's better to be thought, a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt." There's other ways that saying applies, and in some cases, you learn a lot about people when you put them in front of a camera and give them a microphone. And in this case, I know his publicist probably was like, "Who the hell? Who the hell approved this?"
How do I clean this shit up?
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
nasty.
hey, listen, when you see a guy like, when you see a guy like Harbaugh walk away from this, you see Lamar's last couple of seasons he looks uncomfortable out there. He doesn't look like the same Lamar that's having fun. And I mean, look how long it took them, and you spoke about this. Look how long it took them to start just handing the ball off to Derrick Henry. Like, the vibe's been off in Baltimore for a long time. So this video, I think, just attests to the fact that there may be more changes coming to Baltimore very soon.
Listen, man, he want to go to Miami. Lamar could go to Miami, man. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Florida. He a Florida boy as it is. You know what I'm saying? Get him out the town. But yeah, that one just kind of rubbed me the wrong way from the owner. It felt very I don't know. I got the power thing. Listen, we know you're the fucking billionaire owner. We're not. No one asked you about that. Wasn't the question. That wasn't the question, bro. Yeah. We just said, hey, what do you have any influence on who the coach is? I got the power. I want to hear everybody's thoughts though. It's like, all right. And over here we got a new question. I was just like, it was just weird. It was super weird to see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And last thing that I caught wind of on the internet, man. As we know, this year the World Cup will be coming to New Jersey. There's a lot going on around, what's going to happen with this. And there's rumors about people canceling their tickets due to the increased presence of ICE in the United States. Now, mind you, this is alleged, right? You know what I mean? It could just be swirl, but there were some people who were actually posting the cancellation of, their tickets or whatever. But I could see some truth behind this because, hey, let's be real, right? These ICE raids they're alarming. And we're going to have people coming in from other countries who love football. Mm-hmm. They love it. And they're just coming because it just so happens. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens to be here, right? Like, it is nerve-wracking. It's just like people who are, thinking about boycotting the Super Bowl this year for the same reason. You know what I mean? ICE being present because Bad Bunny's performing at the halftime show. I mean, this is tough business, man. And I think any Republican at this point is probably like, wait, slow down. Let's think about this. Because when you think about the amount of money that's about to pour into the United States hosting the World Cup. I mean, come on. You gotta think about this, guys. Gotta think about this.
They need it. Like, there's no way to police it. And like in the videos that you see, they're the aggressors. We're not really asking questions type. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like get down and lay down. It's like, wait a minute. I don't think I'm the right guy. But it's too late. It's already too late. You were in their sights. And that's the issue now, you know what I mean? And like you said, if the World Cup is having issues here, you said it's going to be in Jersey?
Yes, I believe one of the groups are going to be in New Jersey like in early June. But of course, it's going to be like all over the states throughout the year.
Because, hey, next month, California, Bad Bunny, bringing them out.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate for that to go south. But it was like... but I don't know. We'll see, man. Prayers to everybody already affected, and future prayers for those and the way up. Get out the fucking way. Because they mean business, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm not even sure what they're looking for. Like, They shooting white women. Like, I'm not sure. I don't know what they're looking for anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. But
100%.
it's Wednesday, man. You got anything else for the people on this wonderful Wednesday, my good man?
Nah, man, we hit him with the 2-hour John. I think I'm good.
Shit. Yeah. They don't pay us. They don't pay us past hour 2. So. Oh man.
Yeah, man. But listen, it's another Wednesday, man. We appreciate everybody who joined. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitch, IG. We appreciate you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, share, check out episodes, man. You can always go to the FCP shop, get you some gear. Listen, as we always love to say, man, love yours. Enjoy life, you know what I'm saying? Fellas, wear that outfit, wear them sneakers. Ladies, wear that dress, put on them shoes. Tomorrow is not promised. Love y'all, man. We see y'all next week.